Hello, and how are you? I hope you're all doing really well. And in today's video, we're going to talk about another story. And as a disclaimer, this is a fictional story. So if it resembles like anyone else's story out there, then it's just a coincidence. So let's begin. In today's video, we're going to talk about the factors, or at least if you want, that you look in, or the factors or characteristics that you use to help you decide to be in a relationship with someone. So in this case, the relationship could be marriage, or being in a partnership with someone, in terms of like being married. So your partner, what made you decide to choose that partner? What made you decide to marry that partner? And so on. So what do you base your decision on to pick someone? So is it just looks, because you think they look really nice? I don't know, for a woman, did you think they are very beautiful, attractive, and so on, and so that made you want to be in a relationship with them? And for a guy, did you think this guy looks really, really hot, or this guy looks really handsome, and you want to be in a relationship with them? What are the different factors? So obviously the looks is one of them, but there are many other factors that will make someone decide to be in, especially in a long-term relationship with someone or partnership. So it could be because they have great financial background, and that's really useful. And because of, if you're going to live with someone, finance always come into play, on top of the looks. Could it be because they are generally good person, the person you are in a long-term relationship with? You chose them because they are very good to you. So some people have a list, and they're looking for someone to check that list before they decide to be in a long-term relationship with that person. So, and list could be as long as you want them to be, and the list could include anything you want it to include, because obviously everyone is different. But then how do you know that your list is gonna work? Like, you might find someone who ticks every box on your list, and I don't know, does that determine that that the relationship will work? I don't know, it depends. So anyway, so people in a relationship, I think humans are human. No one is perfect, right? There's no such person as a perfect person, or a perfect man, perfect woman, or perfect person. So even in a relationship, you could be in a relationship with someone for long term, or however many, it doesn't matter even if you've known them for a long time, or no, you've not known them for a very long time. They will be doing things that you might not appreciate, that they're very harmless, but you don't really like them. Because no one is perfect, right? So you could be in a relationship with someone who is really, really good at finances. So this person is a real provider, and they love providing for you, and they're very good at that. But they might not be very good at looking after the house, like helping out. I don't know. Look, they might not be very good at, let's say, like ironing clothes in the house after laundry is done. They might not be good at that, but that's very important to you, and you would appreciate it if they could iron the clothes in the house. But that can't be the reason why you don't want to be with them. You don't want to be in a long time relationship with them. So some people, unless that is a big thing to you, ironing clothes, and it's a deal breaker, then obviously you're gonna make your decision. But yeah, like, everyone is good at things and bad at other things. So you might have a partner who's really good at looking after the children, but they're not good at, I don't know, washing dishes. Like that's just not something that they're not good at doing, washing the dishes, but they're really good at looking after the kids, or they're really good at, they really look after you really well. They're good to you, extremely good to you, their own partner, but they might not be good at planning things, like organize. They might not be very good at organizing things, so they're always doing things last minute. um and so because of that, there's a lot of disorganizing factor going on, and things might not be done on time or the way you wanted them to be done. Now again, is that a deal breaker? I don't know, it depends on you. So the whole point of this is no one is perfect. So if you're going to choose to be in a long-term relationship with someone, you just have to bear in mind that no one is perfect. People, whether you've known them for a long time or not, they're gonna be really good at some things and not as good in other things, like other areas. So it's just a matter of knowing what they're really good at and what they're not really good at. The things that annoy you about them and the things that you really love about them, and then just see if you can balance those. If you can, like habits, like some habits that your partner might have, you might not really like, and there are other, but they're overall they're really good. They're really, really good. You think this person is a catch, but they will have some stuff, like some habits that they have that you really find annoying. But again, could you live with those? So you're gonna have to ask yourself, could I live with this? Would I be okay long-term wise with this situation? If the answer is yes, then there's no reason why you shouldn't be in a long-term relationship with that person. So at the end of the day, there are so many factors to consider when it comes to choosing your partner, your long-term partner, especially someone that you're going to have children with. There's a lot to consider, right? And so if you're someone who's looking for that right person and you want to get married to them and you want to have children, raise a family with them, it is important to think over and over and to be careful when you're looking. Don't just jump into any relationship and have kids with just any person. So you got to really think, you got to know what you want, really. You got to know exactly what you want from the other person, and always remember that no one is perfect. So you're never gonna find a human being that is perfect, perfect in every single area in life. If that's the attitude you have towards getting into a relationship with someone, you never find someone to be. I mean, a long-term relationship, you might never find someone to be in a long-term relationship with. But so again, bear in mind that no one is perfect. So it depends what you really want. What do you want from the person? What do you want from your future partner, from your future wife, from your future husband, from your future partner? What do you want from them? And especially if you're gonna start having kids and raising them with the partner, then you got to know exactly what you want. You want a supportive partner, right? Someone who will support you, someone who will be able to help you look after the children, right? So that's one thing to look out for, because it's hard to raise children. So if you are with a partner, and it's important that you help each other out looking after kids, and obviously that's not the only factor. And it's also important that you both so like I said, that's just one factor, but obviously it's important that you choose the right partner for yourself. So, and if you know what you want and you can find that in that person that you're going to be in a relationship with, then great. So this brings me to a question. Say you are dating someone and you've been dating for a few years now, and your status is still just a boyfriend, girlfriend, and I don't know, maybe both of you or one of you is hoping to be in a like to get married, to get engaged and get married, right? But it's not happening just yet, and you're really hoping that it's gonna happen, and you feel like, let's say for a woman, and let's say for example you might decide to propose yourself, as a woman, because like traditionally women, men propose, but women can propose too if they want. But if you're both just there waiting, 1 year has passed, 2 years has passed, and you're still just dating, and as let's say as a woman, you might feel like, oh, I wish he would propose. I wish you asked me to marry him. I've been waiting, and I could ask him to marry me, propose instead, but I'm not sure how he will feel about, because knowing the person you are with, you're not sure if they will appreciate that, or they will feel like it should be them who should propose, or I don't know. You don't know how they'll feel about that, right? So yeah, it could be a daunting time waiting for someone to propose. Like, you don't know, it could be this year, it could be next year. And then as a woman, every year you're getting older, right? And if you want to have children, for example, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, next year I'll be this age, and next year I will be this age, and you want to have children by a certain age, and like women who have biological clocks. And so yeah, it could be a really stressful time. And sometimes you might bring it up with your partner, and you're thinking, throwing hints to your partner, hoping that they will get the hints and they will hurry up and make the decision to propose already, if they haven't made the decision. And again, if they've not made the decision, and you're thinking, why have they not made the decision? We've been together for this long. What's taking so long? Like, you should know me enough by now to make a decision. You just don't know why they've not made a decision, why they've not asked you to marry them yet. It could be different reasons. Like, you could straight up ask the person you're with, like, why have you not proposed yet? It's a bit cringy. It's a bit it's not an easy conversation to have, right? When you're still just boyfriend and girlfriend, even though you've been together for a long time. It could be like, oh, I don't want to feel like, I don't want the conversation to be weird. I don't want it to be awkward. But I really would love to know where we're at, what's going on. And say if you would like for your partner to propose to you, and they're just not doing it yet, and you've been even living together for a long time, and it's just, yeah, that situation, anyone in that situation out there, it's not an easy one. It's a very hard situation to be in, especially because you're going to say yes if they do propose, because in your mind you've already made a decision, this is the one for me, and the only thing left is to say yes once he finally proposes, or he proposes to me. And so you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and it just hasn't happened yet. And I don't know, it's very stressful. So anyone in that situation, hopefully you get proposed to, and good luck to that. And I hope you've made the decision, you've chosen the right partner for yourself. And so I'm gonna end this video here now, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, take care, bye.